So children, now we are on the conclusion of these stages. These are the concluding stages, anaphase and telophase. Anaphase we study in two parts, early anaphase and late anaphase. But the features are same, so I have not drawn two diagrams. Feature of these two phases are same, so I have not drawn two diagrams. So anaphase, the main feature of anaphase, like in metaphase you have seen the chromosomes were like this arranged on the equator. Chromosomes were arranged on the equator with four chromatids. Now whatever we in anaphase, whatever was on the equator will divide from the center. Now what is the center of this structure? The center of this structure is centromere. The center of this chromosome is centromere. So in anaphase, chromosome divides at centromere. Centromere divides and daughter chromosomes migrate towards opposite pole. This is the main feature of which phase? Anaphase. Centromere of what? Chromosomes divide and daughter chromosomes migrating towards the opposite pole. Now here you can observe the function of spindle fiber. Spindle fiber helps in pulling the daughter chromosome towards the opposite pole. Isn't it? This is the function of spindle fiber. You can study prominently and clearly the function of spindle fiber in anaphase. They pull the daughter chromosomes towards the opposite poles. So this is the important feature of anaphase. What is the feature of anaphase? Centromere divides. In the chromosome, centromere divides and daughter chromosomes are migrating towards opposite pole. Now the last phase is telophase. Very easy. If you remember late prophase, just opposite the features of late prophase. In late prophase, what was the feature? Feature of the late prophase was nucleolus and nuclear membrane disappearing and spindle fiber appearing. Here just oppose those two features. What you observe here? Nuclear membrane and nucleolus reappearing. Nucleolus and nuclear membrane. Nucleolus and nuclear membrane reappearing. Isn't it? And spindle fiber disappearing. Spindle fibers disappearing. Isn't it? These two lines are just opposite of which phase? Late prophase. And in addition to these two features, what you observe? That can be also the feature of this phase. That is a constriction developed here. Constriction or furrow is observed because now this parent cell will divide from here into two daughter cells like this. When they will divide, two daughter cells will be formed with two chromosomes. And the fourth feature you can observe here, fourth feature, that this chromatid will turn into chromatin fiber. This is the fourth feature. Chromatids turning into chromatin fiber, isn't it? So these are the features of telophase. But you have to remember in your exam only one or two features are asked. As I told you, the first question will be identify the given stage, name the stage and label parts 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. Name the stage which is prior to this stage, name the stage which follows this stage and give the feature of those stages. Isn't it? Now let us see how mitosis is equational division. Mitosis is called equational division. If you remember, we have started with 2 chromosomes and ultimately in daughter cells we are getting 2 chromosomes. Mitosis is called equational division because the number of chromosomes remains equal or same. You see, we have started with 2 chromosomes and there are 2 chromosomes in the daughter cells. And the concluding part of telophase you can see cytokinesis, division of cytoplasm. That is cytokinesis, breaking the cell into parent cell into 2 daughter cells. So that's it. These are the stages of mitosis, cell division. Finally, I am telling you again about those 5 core questions. First question will be identify the given stage. Say if this is asked in the board, anaphase. Identify the given stage. Anaphase, label part 1, spindle fiber 2, centromere 3, chromatid. Name the stage which follows this stage, telophase, or the name the stage which is prior to this stage, metaphase. Give the characteristic feature of this stage. Isn't it? They can ask you to draw also. Draw the stage which follows this stage. Altogether the question will be of 5 marks.
Start.
Children, the next topic, second last topic of this chapter, cell division, is differentiate between mitosis and meiosis. This is asked for 2 or 1 marks. So we will prepare for some 3 points are there that will help you to know the difference between mitosis and meiosis. It can be asked for 2 or 1 mark. You know, in your ICSC the differentiate between is asked in which way? Differentiate among the following as directed in the bracket. As directed in the bracket. So please remember, we are understanding difference between mitosis and meiosis. Mitosis is called, you know the other name I told you, the stages, equational division. Because the number of chromosome remains equal or same in the daughter cells. Second, it completes in single step and thus producing 2 daughter cells. We can add one more difference, that is it does not provide for mixing of genes and thus no variation in population. If the demand is asked differentiate between mitosis and meiosis on the basis of example, last point will be example of mitosis where we observe it. Where does we observe mitosis? We observe it during growth, during repairing of body cells, during growth, during replacement of new cells. You can say during replacement of the old cells by the new cells. During replacement of cells. Now let us see opposite and parallel point. What is the opposite and parallel point? The opposite and parallel point it is called reductional division. You cannot imagine it properly in comparison with mitosis because meiosis stages are not in the ICSC course, but differences are there. It is called reductional division because number of chromosome reduces to half. Reduces to half in daughter cells. Means if the parent cell has 4 chromosomes, daughter cell will have 2 chromosomes. Second point, it completes. This I have told you. It completes in 2 parts. Thus, if it completes in 2 parts, then how many daughter cells will be formed? 4 daughter cells will be formed. Isn't it? 2 parts. That is meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. And the third part is it provides for mixing of the genes. Because in the metaphase of meiosis, again this stage is not in your course, but I am just giving you the idea. How does it provide for the mixing of the genes? This is called crossing over. Here in the metaphase, homologous chromosome, they are arranged on equator. Association is observed. And due to this association, there is mixing up of the genes during crossing over of prophase 1 in meiosis. And that provides for the variation. That provides for the variation in the population. Homologous chromosome is, one from each parent, one from father, another from mother. This is the third point, and the last point related to the example. Where does it occurs? When does it occurs? It occurs during formation of gamete. Formation of gametes, or you can say pollen grains in the plant, in the flowering plant, or pollen grains in the flowering plant. One more opposite and parallel point in the occurrence of, for example, of mitosis is that it play important role in the healing of the wounded tissue. Healing of wounded tissue because new cells are formed here. It is responsible for the growth and repair of the old, that is healing of the wounded cells. So this is all about difference between mitosis and meiosis.